Hi, I'm Patu from freefincal. Today I published an article that only 6 mutual funds, Midcap Mutual Funds, have bet the Nifty Midcap 150 total returns index in the last 5 years, that is in the last 5-year trailing period. So the question naturally is that should we switch to index midcap or passive investing in the midcap space, because we have one index fund which is from Motilal, and then we have one ETF which is the Nifty 100 from again from Motilal. We have one from Nippon India and one from ICICI. There's one more if I'm not wrong. So there should be at least 3 or 4 ETFs in the mid cap space and one index fund. The question is, should we shift? And because 6 out of a total of what is that 20 20 let me see, let me have a look. That's a 6 out of a total of 22 mutual funds that have failed to, only 6 out of 22 have managed to outperform in the last 5 years. So that's a very poor record, one would say. Although some funds may have changed nature because of the SEBI regulations and so on, still that's a very poor number. So these 6 funds are Kotak Emerging, Sahara Midcap, DSP Midcap, Axis Midcap, L&T Midcap, and Invesco India Midcap. These funds have also outperformed the index, the Nifty Midcap 150, over the last 1 year, 2 years, and 3-year period. So they have done well. Of course, I would not recommend that you start investing in these funds based on this information alone. Please look at my mutual fund screener. You can get the latest screener from here. My fund screener is here, so you can download the fund screener and analyze the funds more on how consistently they have outperformed the index in terms of risk as well as reward. Risk I am not considered here. Also, you may recall that I'm running a Facebook group where there is a series of lectures on portfolio management, goal-based portfolio management. If you buy the fund screener for rupees 111, that is 111, you will get a discounted link for 1,000 rupees off, 1,000 rupees off link inside the Excel file, so you can get the lectures for 1,570 rupees. So there's 1,000 rupees off of the price. So that's one thing. Let me show you the screening. So you can see the funds here. So I have now listed these in terms of decreasing or descending returns, 5-year returns. You can see the Nifty Midcap 150 is somewhere here. You can see the 6 funds listed here. All the 6 funds, they have managed well for 3 years, 2 years, and 1 year. What I want to show you most importantly is that if you take the last 2-year period, it's minus 3.29 for the index, and if you consider that period and sort funds out, you can see that there are many funds. There are actually as many as how many? So let me just count it. As many as 18 funds have managed to do better than the Nifty Midcap 150 during a time window when the midcap index fell by minus 3.29. So although not many funds have actively managed midcap funds have bet the Nifty Midcap index when it has gone up, when it has fallen down, you can see that there is a good number of funds which have done better, that just fallen less than the midcap index. So that's the only problem that's stopping me from. There are 2 issues. That's one issue which is stopping me from recommending midcap, because in the large cap space is more or less done. There's no point. Actually, large cap funds, they have not been performing well for a very long time. So the Nifty, a combination of Nifty and Nifty Next 50 or just Nifty 50 is what I would recommend. But in the mid cap space, it's a bit of a transition period, I would say. 2 reasons. One is this downside protection. Whenever the mid cap has fallen down, index has fallen down, actively managed funds have somehow managed to do better, and that's the reason. One of the reasons is because they have 20% space to have other stocks. An intelligent mid-cap fund manager will buy the biggest large cap stocks and fill up much of the 20% gap and hold 80% of mid-cap, so that in case of any downfall like this, or if there is a severe crash, or if there is a redemption pressure, there are too many redemptions happening, and a fund manager cannot handle the redemptions, these large caps can work. And also, I think ETFs or index funds, mid-cap index funds, they have not gone through a severe crash so far. And if that happens, mid-cap stocks, it will be difficult to buy and sell mid-cap stocks in large quantities, and that can result in large deviations from the index itself. So those are the tracking errors during or tracking efficiency during market crashes, as well as the lack of downside protection. That is, whenever the index falls, active managed mid-cap funds have managed to do better, at least in this window considered. Because of those two things, that's why I'm not able to go ahead and say buy passively index in the mid-cap space. I think I think active funds. It is still possible to choose an actively managed fund with a very good downside protection, but still, I think we are in the crossroads in terms of. We are in the active versus passive in argument. In that argument space, we are in the crossroads, and maybe in the next few years, mid-cap or ETFs and mid-cap index funds may continue to do better, or active funds may continue to struggle for a longer period of time, and so on. So if you look at the consistency screener, not many funds, not many mid caps have outperformed. I chose not to discuss that too much, because if you look at the consistency screener, you must also take into account the history of the fund, because some funds, they may not have they may not have been a mid cap fund for all through since 2006, because the screener considers since it considers direct funds, direct plans, so it considers since 2013. So I don't want to, because of the problem with that history, I don't want to bring in the screener results. So all in all, still active funds are okay. I think active mid-cap funds are okay, I think, but we are in a crossroads, and it can go either way. It remains to be seen. And the mid-cap index is down. At least this window has shown that it has done better. We have to find out, we have to give it some more time and look at it. But for the moment, as an investor, as an analyst, I need more time to look at it. But as an investor, if you like mid-cap funds, you can go ahead and choose active mid-cap funds, which are consistent performers. You can use my screener to pick them up, or you can use this kind of methods to pick them up. I've shown you, I have listed those 6 funds. But please do your own due diligence, look at all aspects of risk and reward, what is the nature of the fund, etc., and then you can consider investing. So that's what I want to say in this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.